Well, I just want to welcome everybody to the 2013 conference of NIFHA. It's my pleasure and privilege to welcome you as chair and to welcome so many colleagues to what I know is going to be a great conference and also in probably the most interesting and exciting time for those who work in housing for a whole generation. Thank you to everyone who's travelled some distance to get to this year's event in the wonderful City of Culture, and isn't it looking well? Many of our speakers in particular have taken considerable time out of their diaries to be with us, and we appreciate that, making that journey to join us, and also to say you're very, very welcome. Organising a conference of this size and complexity requires a lot of support, and I'd like to just take a few minutes to thank our sponsors and exhibitors. PwC are our platinum sponsor for this year's conference, and we are delighted that they've chosen to endorse Making the Case as the significant event in social housing for this calendar year. Sincere thanks also to Elliott Duffy Garrett, they're our gold sponsor, and Danske Bank, our silver sponsor. That these three organisations have chosen to sponsor the NIFHA conference demonstrates, I think, confidence in the housing sector, recognition of future opportunities, and the very important role that housing associations can play. You'll have noticed the cameras in the room here over to the left-hand side. This year's conference is being filmed thanks to the Department for Social Development as a way of capturing the lessons, debates and questions arising from our plenary sessions. We welcome the Department's support for what NIFHA is trying to do through Making the Case, to showcase the excellent work that housing associations are already doing, and to inspire, inform and energise our sector to do even more. Our conference wouldn't be the same without the tremendous range of exhibitors, many of whom are back for a second, third and I think in some cases a fifth year. Let me encourage you to take time to visit the stands and talk to them. I guarantee that you'll come away with something new, some new perspective. And also many thanks for their adding value to our programme and what we can offer during the conference to you as delegates. And just in case you need any further incentive, you'll all have in your packs a little passport, and there may be prizes for those of you who can get those validated. You've visited all the stands, and you'll hear later if you've won something in the prize draw. As you've no doubt realised by now, our theme this year is Making the Case. NIFHA has been making the case for housing associations for quite a while now, and I hope you'll agree that they have a number of successes over the last 18 months in particular. But there's a long way to go. We have to get much better as a movement about telling our elected representatives, the media, and the public about who we are and what we stand for and what we are achieving. Housing associations are thriving social businesses that make a major contribution to Northern Ireland's economy, local communities, and also the contribution to individual lives. We need to be proud of that, and we need to be shouting more about it. Yesterday I was privileged to be part of the study tour that went around a number of APEX schemes. We visited 6 different examples of their work, ranging right through the housing spectrum, from general needs through to more intensive forms of support, and also the challenges facing the most economically deprived within our communities, and the very inspirational work that APEX is doing with some of our most vulnerable clients to help them lead individual and dignified lives. And I just want to say to Jerry, Sheena and the team at APEX, be proud, be very proud, and I must say to be associated with your work as a movement was indeed inspirational for us. This year we have a new aspect to the conference. Films from a number of NIFHA members showcasing just some of the exciting, innovative and life-changing projects in which they're involved. As a movement, we are so often portrayed negatively, with a focus on processes and programs rather than projects and outcomes. These short films provide a different side to the story, and it's a story told by the most important partners of all that we as associations have, the tenants and our community. Many thanks as Chair of NIFHA to all of the associations who commissioned a film to be premiered at the conference, and thanks also to Ian Webster and Michael Macmillan for producing them. To help this year's conference make it as interactive and as collaborative as possible, I'd encourage those of you to tweet who can to do so. The hashtag is NIFHA13, and your views will be immediately relayed to our audience and also everyone back at the office, so you have been warned. I commend this year's conference to you. We have a lot of work has gone into it, and I hope that and trust that you will get a lot out of it. Let's make sure that it's not only our biggest but our best conference, and that together we can make the case for housing.